Nothing is impossible, the word itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn. There is only one way to avoid criticism: do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Aristotle. Life is about making an impact, not making an income. Kevin Cruz. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Albert Einstein. When one door of happiness closes, another opens, but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one that has been opened for us. Helen Keller. Everything has beauty, but not everyone can see. Confucius. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Lao Tzu. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Maya Angelou. If you're offered a seat on a rocket ship, don't ask what seat. Just get on. Sheryl Sandberg. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Buddha. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Chinese proverb. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is. Vince Lombardi. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Stephen Covey. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. Pablo Picasso. You can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Christopher Columbus. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Mark Twain. Whatever you can do, or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power and magic in it. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Do what you can, where you are, with what you have. Teddy Roosevelt. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. Gloria Steinem. You may be disappointed if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't try. Beverly Sills. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. Life is what we make it, always has been, always will be. Grandma Moses. If you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means paint and that voice will be silenced. Vincent Van Gogh. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Plato. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Arthur Ashe. When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. John Lennon. Limitations live only in our minds. But if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless. Jamie Paolinetti. You take your life in your own hands, and what happens? A terrible thing, no one to blame. Erica Jong. I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. Benjamin Franklin. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. Bill Cosby. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person who is doing it. Chinese proverb. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Joshua J. Marine. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Booker T. Washington. It is never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot. You become what you believe. Oprah Winfrey. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr. It is not what you do for your children, but what you have taught them to do for themselves, that will make them successful human beings. And Landers. Remember that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck. Dalai Lama. Build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. Farrah Gray. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Oprah Winfrey. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Maya Angelou. Dream big and dare to fail. Norman Vaughn. A truly rich man is one whose children run into his arms when his hands are empty. Unknown. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Henry Ford. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Few things can help an individual more than to place responsibility on him, and to let him know that you trust him. Booker T. Washington. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Zig Ziglar. You can't fall if you don't climb. But there's no joy in living your whole life on the ground.